going on, y'all? Welcome back to forrestdelbts. I'm making a pretty unique video today. I visited Rivian the other day, the new location in Nashville, and I was chopping it up with the people who were working there, and I posted a short, and and funny enough, man, that car gets so much hate online. I did not realize how many people hated Rivian. Like, you know, it feels just like Tesla. So that's pretty hilarious to me, man. You know, people just hate anything. And I actually recorded an entire video on like car brand bias. But I figured since Rivian was such a popular car to either love or hate, I would set up a test drive. When I visited the first time, everybody who worked there was very cool, and they were showing us all of the features of the car. You know, cool. I think the Rivian truck looks pretty cool. I personally do not want an EV right now. I think eventually, yeah, like if I had an EV, it would definitely be like secondary. I like the Hyundai Elantra N. I mean, I'm a performance car guy. I'm a muscle car guy. That's like my favorite type of cars. And I hope that those type of cars don't disappear in the future. But as a car guy in general, you gotta pay attention to what's going on in the market. And I could talk for a while about this, but the main things that come to mind are in 2018 when Tesla had that problem with their braking, and they solved it through a remote wireless software update. They changed the performance of the car. That's changing the game, you know. Not the biggest fan of Tesla, but that's something that's like, okay, that's pretty state-of-the-art, that's pretty revolutionary. Never happened before with cars. And with Rivian, I haven't done the test drive yet, so I'm about to learn a lot more. But the one thing that sticks out is the Dolby Atmos sound inside the truck. Like, that's gotta be the nicest stereo system in any car right now. I've never heard of any other car getting Dolby Atmos. So if you think about the big picture, Rivian might be the reason that your brand of truck gets better speakers in the future because they're competing with them, right? Sometimes I stop and think about the impact that these brands have in all of these little ways. So I'm about to go test drive the RS1, and I'll tell you what I think about it, man. Like I said, I like gas-powered vehicles, but EVs are cool too, so I'm gonna give them a chance. This will be my first time driving any EV. I haven't driven a Tesla or anything. So it was very cool for my friend Verona at Rivian to reach out and set up a test drive for me. And I gotta shout out my friend Ben once again. He does content on his Rivian. He does a ton of Tesla content and Rivian content, and just did a cross-country trip, so his channel's doing super well. So you should go follow his channel, it's pretty cool. But all right, I'm about to pull up and we'll do this test drive. I'll let y'all know what I think. Oh, yo, we got a Cybertruck, check it out. Automatic seats?
Oh yeah, please.
Perfect. That's my car over there.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying you had the N.
Yeah.
The N lines are cool.
All right.
And then anytime you move the seat, it brings up the rest of the driver profile. So you have steering wheel controls, and side mirror controls right there.
Oh,
so you just,
nice.
And then you have little wheels on the front on each side. So you spin the one on the right for the height.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then the one on the left is the reach in and out, so if you want further out or closer in.
Oh yeah, this is nice.
And then you can tap side mirrors, and then same knobs, and then there's a button on either side of each knob. So the buttons on either side of the knob, you do like the yacht in and out. Yeah. And then one of the reasons this is really nice is it's all saved to your driver profile, which is associated with your smartphone. So if you share the car with someone else, you get in with your phone, it puts your mirrors, your steering wheel, your seat where you like it. Okay. They get in with their phone, it puts everything where they like it. So no one's ever having to fight like, oh, they moved their seat, they moved the mirrors. Yeah.
It's a profile on the phone.
Yeah. And then this is the only mirror you actually have to touch and move. Perfect.
Oh, and then, man, the Rolls Royce in all yellow.
Oh yeah, that rolls around downtown all the time. Sick. And then if you would tap the button at the very center bottom of the display, so there's like 4 wheels, that little symbol by the music. Yeah. So this is your drive mode selector. So go ahead and put your foot on the brake to turn the car on. You can let go now. You don't have to keep your foot on the brake. But that kind of woke it up. So you see there's some settings. So we're in all-purpose drive mode. That's what you're going to stick in. We're not, you know, we don't need to go off-road or anything today. You have the ride height. So you do have the dynamic air suspension. So if you tap up on that, it'll raise up the car.
Oh yeah, I can feel that.
Dude.
Yeah, so it raises up in the back first and then raises up in the front. And
what is like a normal, just mid?
The standard is what you're in most of the time.
Okay.
The main thing you're going to only ever really need to adjust on here during your drive is the regen. So with electric cars, you have what's called regenerative braking. Have you heard of that before?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
So as soon as you start taking pressure off of the accelerator pedal, it is going to start slowing the car down. There is no let go, let it roll. That is just not how electric cars drive. Now, part of the reason it's doing that is, for one, EVs just don't coast like the way that the motors work. They just don't roll the way a gas car does. But on top of that, you have regenerative braking, which means the car is actually slowing itself down and using the motors to turn that kinetic energy back into electricity into the battery. So as you're slowing down, the car's recharging itself. So it's able to recoup energy as you drive.
That's great. Think
about it like, you know, like an automatic watch. It's like trying to get energy back. So you have 3 settings to how quickly it's going to slow you down as you let off. I always like to start people out in standard. I think that's the most like, it's going to feel strong, but you're able to get used to it. But what I recommend is, instead of thinking about like letting go and letting the car slow itself down, you want to feather the pedal and slowly come off the pedal.
Got it.
And then you can always turn it up or down as you drive. But
just slowly.
Let's do a quick little circle around the block just to make sure you're comfortable. Don't have any other questions. And
there's no shifter.
Yeah, so it's the drive selector behind the steering wheel. So you're going to foot on the brake, push up on that drive stalk to go into reverse, push a bit harder. There you go. Brings up your huge surround view camera, really clear backup cam. You can let go of the brake. It's not going to roll or creep at all because there's no idling engine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
So you do have to like give it juice in reverse, which always feels weird.
Oh man. I could feel like just it being electric. I could just feel how that goes. It's so interesting.
And then down, and then do your left blinker, and you'll see your blind spot camera pop up right there.
Love it. All right. No roll, man. All right. Let's see. It's so quiet for a big ass car.
It's silent. Yeah, the motor.
Wow. Oh, yeah, there it is.
So see how it's like, if you just let go, it'll like, you know, you'll go forward. You got to slowly come off.
So interesting.
So we'll turn right.
Oh, damn. So, okay. Trying to get used to it.
They oftentimes refer to driving an electric vehicle as one pedal driving. You obviously still have a brake pedal, but virtually all your driving can be done just by feathering the pedal.
Wow, it's so smooth.
Right? On these horrible Nashville roads.
Yeah. They're doing so much construction today.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, this is just the gulch all the time.
True.
Just turn right here.
Oh yeah, this is something to get used to.
But that was good. That was smooth. You just like feathered it, which is nice. That's
and it does. It comes to a complete stop every time.
Yeah.
It like won't ever roll.
Correct.
Okay. The wide body.
It's not as wide as you think, though.
It's sitting up high and nice.
I know
though.
You're used to your like sedan.
Yeah, I got
like,
a tiny car.
But this thing is about the width of it's not actually much wider than like a 4Runner. So it's really not as big as it feels.
Man, that's something to get used to. That braking is crazy.
Yeah, like I said, during the drive, once you all get going, you can always turn it down into the low. That's definitely, I like to say it's like a cheat code. It smooths it out more, but I like to make you kind of like have to go in the deep end and get used to it. Because everyone who works here, everyone who drives these all the time likes the high. Once you get used to it, you actually like feathering and like getting used to like the most regen. But
So when you're on the freeway, if you just let go of that, it's to the stop.
It kind of dynamically changes based on speed though. Like if you're on the highway, it's not gonna like it definitely is different. Like it feels the most dramatic at slow speeds.
Yeah.
It definitely feels less dramatic at quick speeds.
All right, let me be super careful.
My man. Dude, it's sick.
Yeah, man. Taking the Rivian out for a test drive.
Taking it out.
Baby. What the fuck are you doing?
We got this early morning coffee runner. We got a runner.
All right, so this is definitely a surreal feeling of this big of a car and it being electric and being silent, like, and it's moving like it's sneaking around. It's crazy. Pretty smooth drive. I'm getting used to regenerative braking. This is definitely something new to me. Just taking your foot off the accelerator is pretty crazy because the car slows down significantly. This thing is fast though. Oh yeah, these electric cars.
No snap.
They just go, man. Nothing too wild. You know, I'm sure Teslas have a little more get up and everything, but for this size car to have this feel to it, this is pretty nice. Definitely feels luxury. A little stiff, but not in a bad way. So we got like 20 minutes?
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, I'll go down 12 South. That'll be nice. Yeah, it's pretty surreal. First time in an EV, it feels how I thought it would. Feels exactly how I thought it would, but yeah, the braking is something that's the most interesting thing about this car. Okay, how are we gonna do the turn? Woo! Man, this is cool. Not being on the brake is so odd. Love it. Hear the sound of that electric engine. Just nothing. This got me to think a lot though. There's benefits of having no sound. Now I love gas powered cars. I'm a gas powered car person. Don't even want an EV anytime soon. But I'm a car guy, so I'm interested in EVs, just like the rest of the cars. But since the car is this quiet, it provides more opportunities, like sound in the car, right? This has Dolby Atmos speakers all around. So having that in the truck is supreme luxury. I don't know if any other truck has that. And it might be the reason that your brand of truck gets that, because they have to compete with Rivian. So they're doing some cutting edge stuff. And I really like, you know, where it's headed. Man, I could get used to this. Like, I feel like if you had a couple kids, you know, living the family life, this would be like a perfect vehicle. For me, I'd want to go fast too much. I'd have to do some cross-country road trips. Wow, look how crowded it is. 12 South has changed, man. All right, should I go left? I'll go right. I'll go right. We'll head back. Ooh, the Elantra N line, the green. That's a color that's specific to the inline Elantras. The one pedal driving is very cool though. You just don't have to touch the brakes in the city. Coming from a gas powered car, this is a lot to get used to. Like if you all of a sudden switched, you know?
Yeah.
If you all of a sudden just switched to an EV, you would be like, it would take, you know, a few months to get used to everything, probably longer. I haven't even gotten to all the settings in my Elantra N. You know, I haven't even done like the custom N mode yet because I just like love the regular N mode. I think that's like, it's already enough. So I don't know, it takes a long time to get used to things, and to switch from gas to EV, you know, that's a big switch. All right, we're gonna reverse it. Oh Jesus, this dude's just walking right behind the car as soon as I need to do something. All right, we're clear. Oh, it sees a person. Dang, that like response on the pedal is very cool. All right, so we just got back from the test drive. I like this car. It's nice, it's quiet. The Dolby Atmos sound is amazing. Like I said, it takes some time getting used to regenerative braking. But all around, this is a very cool car. I can't speak on how long it lasts and reliability and everything, but I think this is cutting edge technology. Shout out to Ben again, man, on his channel, Jeebs, follow him. He took this thing cross country and he was able to charge it at every station, you know, not having a problem, because this thing tells you where to charge it next. So it's not like you're getting stranded or something on the road, like, oh, I can't charge it. So I think the big thing with this is the range. This thing gets a pretty accurate range, I guess, compared to the Tesla. But I can't speak on that too much again, because I don't have one. All around though, awesome car. This was super fun. Appreciate you, Rivian Nashville, for having me out here.